What if there was a hidden thread inside your body, a special link tying your thoughts to your spirit, your breathing to your calm, and your gut to your emotions? What if I said this thread has been overlooked in the West for ages but cherished as sacred in the world's oldest spiritual traditions? That thread is real. It's called the vagus nerve in science, but in the language of the soul, it might be the pathway of your inner essence, the cord of tranquility, or the secret key to your inner peace. This nerve, the longest and most intricate in your nervous system, acts as a quiet bridge between your body and your higher self. Many see spirituality as something distant, apart from the body, reached only through tough rituals or strict practices. But ancient teachings show us otherwise. True spirituality lives in your body, moves through its pathways, and shines in how you breathe, feel, eat, and rest. The vagus nerve is that sacred gateway. When you tap into it, you unlock a deep sense of balance, healing, and awareness. You don't need fancy tools or big ceremonies. You just need to tune into your body's rhythm and flow with it. In this video, we'll uncover the spiritual, physical, and energetic secrets of the vagus nerve. We'll show you its journey through your body and teach you simple, powerful ways to activate it, through breathing, sound, touch, meditation, and even mindful eating. You'll learn why this nerve connects to your key organs, your mood, and your spiritual well-being. You'll see how balancing it can calm your mind, ease your digestion, and soothe your soul. Most of all, you'll understand why working with it is one of the most overlooked ways to awaken your consciousness. Get ready. What you're about to learn isn't just information, it's a key to the living temple that is you. Inhale deeply, sense, and tune in. We're starting a journey to the core of the vagus nerve. In today's world, we often see the body as a tool for the mind, but ancient cultures viewed it differently. To them, the body was a holy receiver, a living shrine where the soul could grow, cleanse, and align with the universe's rhythms. In those traditions, the concept of an inner pathway that balances energy, emotions, and spiritual connection wasn't just medical, it was a sacred truth. The vagus nerve, later named and studied in Western science, was known in other ways by shamans, Taoist masters, yogis, and Egyptian healers. They didn't use its modern name, but they described a vital channel stretching from the base of the head to the belly, guiding organs, calming the mind, and uplifting the spirit. In spiritual terms, it was the center of the soul's presence in the body. In Chinese medicine, for instance, the Renmai and Dumai meridians create an energy loop running up and down the body, closely matching the vagus nerve's path. These energy channels are sparked by slow breathing, meditation, or practices like Qigong, bringing calm, healing, and clear thinking. The feelings these methods stir, gentle shivers, inner warmth, quiet tears, or an open chest, are what we now recognize as signs of vagus nerve activation. In yoga, through pranayama, bandhas, and poses, the goal is to steady the autonomic nervous system, which we now know is deeply tied to the vagus nerve. When someone reaches deep meditation or feels a spiritual breakthrough during practice, they're not just lifting their energy. They're awakening the vagus nerve, reconnecting body and soul. The Egyptians spoke of an inner Nile, a sacred stream linking the heart to the gut, carrying the Ka, or life force. In today's terms, this could be seen as the bioelectrical link between the solar plexus, heart, and brain, all areas touched by the vagus nerve. Even in Hebrew teachings, God's breath is described as a life-giving force that brings peace to the body. When this breath is consciously guided, it activates the parasympathetic system, where the vagus nerve is a key player. Here, breathing doesn't just deliver oxygen, it ignites the divine. What's amazing is that what was once mystical is now backed by science. Studies now show the vagus nerve is central to the parasympathetic system, which helps us rest, digest, create, and connect spiritually. Activating it doesn't just relax us, it links us to something deeper. This wisdom isn't new, it's ancient. Maybe that's why it was overlooked, because it's not just a method. It's a wake-up call. A call to remember that peace, clarity, and vitality aren't found outside, they're sparked inside through a golden thread we're finally rediscovering. To grasp the vagus nerve's spiritual importance, we first need to understand its role in the body. This nerve, also known as the 10th cranial nerve, is the longest and most intricate part of the autonomic nervous system. Its name comes from the Latin word vagus, meaning wandering, because it roams through and links many organs, from the brain to the throat, heart, lungs, liver, stomach, and intestines. Its reach is so wide that it's like the body's own communication line between the heavens and the earth within us. From a physical perspective, the vagus nerve controls key automatic processes: heart rate, breathing, digestion, inflammation, and even sleep cycles. But from a spiritual angle, its role is far deeper. It's the pathway that lets your body enter a state of openness, spiritual connection, and profound healing. When the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, your body shifts to fight or flight mode, everything speeds up. You feel on edge, tense, scattered. But when the vagus nerve is engaged, the parasympathetic system takes over. Your body settles into calm, reflection, and renewal. In this state, inner pathways unlock, brainwaves slow, organs hum together, and your awareness grows. This is what mystics and yogis call a state of grace, quiet fullness, or pure being. It's not mystical, it's sacred biology. Ever wonder why so many spiritual practices start with breathing? Or why a long exhale brings peace or emotional relief? The vagus nerve responds directly to slow, intentional belly breathing. When you breathe deeply, especially filling your abdomen, you trigger receptors that signal the brain to relax. But it's not just your body calming, your energy opens up. With steady deep breathing, you might feel your chest expand, warmth in your gut, or a lightness in your mind. These aren't just physical feelings, they show your energy is flowing smoothly, aligning with your inner core. In the chakra system, the vagus nerve ties closely to the heart chakra, anahata, the hub of balance, love, and healing. It's no surprise that when the vagus is active, your chest feels open, your heartbeat steadies, and you sense a warmer connection to the world. People who practice mindful breathing or deep meditation often describe a quiet peace or a sense of oneness. This isn't just poetic, it's the vagus at work. Another intriguing link is the vagus nerve's connection to the throat. Your voice's tone, chanting, mantras, all these directly touch the vagus. Singing Om, reciting prayers, repeating holy words, or making deep sounds in meditation strongly activates the vagus. This vibration doesn't just calm, it tunes your body like a spiritual tool. Even the tears that come during therapy or spiritual moments are tied to vagus release. It's as if a gate swings open, letting your soul release what it's held in silence. So, the vagus nerve isn't just a body part, it's a vibrational bridge you can climb or descend, enter or exit, linking your body to your spirit. And this is just the start of its mystery, because beyond calm and balance, the vagus also sparks inner visions, sharper intuition, and heightened states of awareness when approached with clear intent. So far, we've seen the vagus nerve as a tool for physical and emotional balance, but its real strength shines when it goes beyond biology to act as an energetic receiver, linking you to deeper levels of perception, your soul, and even the universal field of consciousness. Ancient sages didn't talk about nervous systems or brain chemicals. Yet they understood the power of practices, steady breathing, vocal sounds, fasting, time in nature, specific postures, that we now know awaken the vagus nerve. What they called the soul's awakening, inner voice, or divine connection. We can now see as expanded awareness driven by vagus activation. By quieting the mind and easing the body, this nerve makes room for intuitive clarity. In spiritual terms, it softens the chatter of the ego, letting the soul's vibration rise. In this way, the vagus nerve is more than a source of calm, it's a sacred doorway. Recent studies show that regular vagus nerve stimulation boosts oxytocin, the hormone of love and bonding. It also increases acetylcholine, sharpening mental focus, while lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. These chemical shifts don't just affect the body, they transform your personal energy field, making it clearer, steadier, and more open. In many traditions, this field, often called the aura, grows more balanced in a parasympathetic state. In these moments, experiences some call supernatural, like premonitions, vivid dreams, empathetic connections, bursts of creativity, or meaningful coincidences, start to emerge. Does this make the vagus nerve a portal to the mystical? Yes, in a sense. By quieting the body and mind, it clears your central energy channel, allowing higher awareness to flow in, express itself, or connect. Beyond simple practices like deep breathing or chanting, there are deeper ways to engage the vagus spiritually. One is induced tremors, used to release stored trauma. In a safe setting, when the body shakes naturally, the vagus nerve undergoes a profound reset. In the stillness afterward, many report inner visions or flashes of past life memories. 2 is sensory withdrawal, a yoga practice where you disconnect from external stimuli and turn inward. When your body is still and your mind observes, the vagus triggers a sensory pause, opening the door to deep meditative states. 3 is sound baths. Instruments like Tibetan bowls, gongs, or didgeridoos produce vibrations that resonate with cranial nerves, including the vagus. Listening in a quiet, ritual space with eyes closed can shift your brain to theta waves, linked to visionary and spiritually unifying states. In esoteric symbols, the spiral often represents the soul's path to wholeness. Curiously, the vagus nerve follows a spiraling route. It dips, curls, branches out, touches organs, and loops back. It's not a straight line, it's a dance between realms, bridging instinct and intuition, the physical and the subtle. To grasp this is to see that spirituality isn't out there, it's deep within, and the road to the divine is paved not in miles but in layers of silence, breath, and letting go. Knowing the vagus nerve opens doors to higher consciousness and healing is only half the journey, you have to use it. This section invites you to weave that wisdom into daily life. You don't need a monastery or constant retreats. Your greatest spiritual practice can start now, in the quiet of your breath, in respect for your body, in the present moment. The vagus nerve, as a regulator, thrives on steady habits more than intense bursts. Small, mindful routines practiced with care work better than occasional big efforts. Here are key practices to awaken this sacred nerve in your everyday life. First, deep belly breathing. Turn conscious breathing into a daily ritual. Each morning, before reaching for your phone, sit quietly. Rest your hands on your belly. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly for 6. Do this for 5 minutes. This breathing sparks receptors in the diaphragm that directly wake the vagus nerve. But don't treat it like a workout. Approach it as if you're gently strumming a sacred chord inside you. Breathe like you're calling something holy. Second, the power of sound, mantras, and vibration. The vagus nerve loves vocal vibrations. Chanting mantras like Om or repeating simple phrases like I am calm, I am grounded, or I am in a soft, steady tone activates its throat branch. Try it in the shower, on a walk, or when you're stressed. It's not about singing perfectly, it's about resonating within, like tuning a bowl from the inside. Third, nature and silent moments. Walking barefoot on grass, sitting by a tree, or listening to the breeze without distraction, these naturally awaken the vagus by slowing stimulation and syncing with nature's rhythm. In these moments, your parasympathetic system kicks in, your heart rate drops, and your energy realigns. Let silence be your sanctuary, not a burden, but a healing embrace. Fourth, gentle touch at key spots. Softly massage the sides of your neck near the carotid artery, your earlobes, or the base of your skull. These areas are rich with vagus nerve branches. Touch them slowly, with care, to spread calm through your body. Do this at day's end, reflecting with gratitude on your experiences. Make this act a moment of spiritual connection. 5th, embrace emotions as teachers. When anxiety, sadness, or unease arise, don't push them away. Instead, take a deep breath and focus on your chest or belly. Ask, what is this feeling showing me? By welcoming rather than resisting, the vagus nerve activates, signaling your body there's no danger. This lets your soul speak more clearly. These practices aren't just routines, they're daily transformations. When done with care, each one turns your biology into a spiritual melody. The vagus nerve is the unseen thread linking your body to your inner light, and you can connect with it every day. We've journeyed down a profound, often overlooked path, one that leads inward, not outward. Today, you've learned you don't need to scale mountains or chase secret rituals in far-off places to touch the spiritual realm. True awakening starts in your sacred biology, in the hidden web that ties your physical self to your higher consciousness, the vagus nerve. More than just a part of your nervous system, this pathway is a bridge between the physical and the subtle, your emotions and your divine spark, your stress and your peace. By intentionally nurturing this energy channel, you not only boost your physical and emotional well-being, you rekindle the inner sanctuary where your soul can rest and speak. It's no accident that so many traditions focus on breath, sound, chanting, stillness, or gentle touch. These are ways to soothe the deeper nervous system, paths for the spirit to fully settle back into the body. We live in an era where constant distractions keep us on edge. Stress isn't just unease, it's a disconnection from spirit. When the vagus nerve is out of balance, it blocks the heart's wisdom, the gut's intuition, the soul's quiet. That's why tending to vagal health is an act of sacred rebellion. It's choosing to return to your core. It's living from your center. But this doesn't need to be complex. It starts with one simple act. A mindful breath. That pause, where you inhale deeply and exhale with awareness, doesn't just calm your system, it creates space for your soul to arrive. You are not your thoughts, your feelings, or your fears. You are the one watching them from within, and that within has a gateway. That gateway is gentle, alive, vibrant. That gateway is the vagus nerve. So, I invite you to treat your body as a sacred space, to make every action holy, your rest, your meals, your quiet, your voice. Honor your biology as the rich soil where the eternal takes root. See that true power isn't out there, it's pulsing in your gut, your throat, your breath. Breathe. Listen. Feel. Start living from that place where causeless peace, boundless love, and unshaded light reside. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel to dive deeper into the body as a spiritual bridge. Like the video if something in you stirred at this quiet truth. Share it with others searching, like you, ready to recall what was never lost. In the end, true healing doesn't come from outside, it rises from the soul awakening within the body. And now, you hold the key.